The San Francisco 49ers, let's bring us home. They were 6-10, last place in the division, behind the injured Jimmy Garoppolo, missed most of the season. What is the expectation for San Francisco?
They're going to want to see early on who's QB1. Is it going to be Jimmy G? Is it going to be Trey Lance? We move mountains for him. Is Jimmy G going to stay healthy? Number two is they're going to want that entire team, obviously, to come back healthy. I mean, Kittle was hurt. Jimmy G was hurt. The whole running back room was hurt. Richard Sherman got hurt. Bosa went down. I mean, all of the stars, all of the keys, role players just had no part in the season because they were hurt extremely early on. And then another question is, could Trey Sermon, your boy out of Ohio State, who you were high on, is he going to be able to be a running back 2 or maybe even a running back 1? Because we know it feels like with San Francisco and in that Shanahan offense, whoever catches the role at the right time, you could be running back 1 for 6 weeks, and then we might switch it over if teams are catching on. He's got that potential to serve a 1 or a 2 role. Now, reality. Is it going to be Jimmy G or Trey Lance? I'm taking Jimmy because I think the fans are hoping that, they know they move mountains for Trey. He was a big pick, and they know he's not NFL ready yet, still needs to see competition, still needs to get his reps. I think he sits behind Jimmy, just becomes a sponge, and eventually elevates to be that quarterback that everybody talks about him to be. Then also, like I said, team was destroyed by the injury bug last year. We're going to expect Kittle, Bosa, Jimmy G, the running back core to come back. So I'm banking on this team being healthy. And then Raheem Mostert and Wade Gallman are the only people that stand in Trey Sermon's way. Like I said, he's got that versatility. He's got that true workforce in him to bust through that running back room. I mean, we remember in 2018 when it was Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman from Atlanta, and Matt Breida. If he gets in there and plays a role with Henderson and Akers, and also Trey Sermon, or excuse me, not Henderson and Akers, totally thinking about the Rams. If he gets in there with a Mostert and potentially breaks through, I mean, he could serve a great role in that team. We know they love to run the football a lot. I do have them going 13-4 in this division, probably back to their Super Bowl ways because, that's what they're hoping for. Not going to be a Super Bowl team, but they could contend for it.
Okay. I think the expectation in San Francisco is absolutely a 13-4 season. First in the division with a healthy Jimmy G, a healthy Kittle, a healthy Bosa, a Super Bowl run. Like, their expectation is similar to what the Seahawks and the Rams are. All 4 of these teams, just like last week, their expectations are to be first in that division because this is another division where every team feels like they could win it.
Because they're great.
The last one was bad, and this one, they're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, the Arizona Cardinals aren't as good as they think they are. But San Francisco, their expectation is high. It's deservingly high because they made it to the Super Bowl just 2 seasons ago when the team was healthy. Reality, they're going to play the AFC South. They got Tennessee, Indy, Houston, Jacksonville, 3-1. Figure they might lose one of those games, either the Tennessee or Indy. NFC North, 3-1 again. They got Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit. San Francisco, when healthy, they own Green Bay. They could possibly struggle against Chicago because of the level of defense they have, or again against Minnesota because Minnesota has a strong run game. They do have decent wide receivers, and if you play them in a 1 o'clock slot, they could catch you.
Right.
Detroit, not beating them at all. But 3-1 against that division. One of those teams will catch them, they'll beat the others. The 3 games that they play because of where they placed in their division, which is actually advantageous to San Francisco because they finished last in the division, they play Philly, Cincinnati, and Atlanta. 3-0. They win in all 3 of those games. None of those teams want any of that smoke with the 49ers. They'll easily clean those 3 games up. So now we are left with just the division left. They got the Rams twice, Arizona twice, and Seattle twice. I got them going 4-2 in the division.
Wow, that's strong.
We're assuming health. I've got Seattle and San Francisco both going 4-2 in the division because the Rams and Arizona are the ones that are going to take these L's. So now this actually gives San Francisco a record that mirrors their expectation. 13-4, first place in the division, and they will make a deep run. A healthy San Francisco is absolutely a Super Bowl contender. They should have been, but the injury bug came for them.
Yep.
With all of these guys back, I think they're all the way back in the mix. So if we look at the complete breakdown, the 2021 NFC West standings, I've got the San Francisco 49ers, first place in the division, 13-4. Seattle Seahawks, second place, 11-6. The LA Rams, third place at 8-9. And the bottom feeders will be the Arizona Cardinals at 6-11.
Ouch.
That's how we're finishing that division. Where did you place them?
So I've got the Seahawks winning it out 13-4. I've got the Niners in second at 13-4. Then I'm going to have the Rams, as much as they're going to fight for that 2 spot, going to have the Rams at 10-7, and then the Cardinals at 10-7 and well. There's going to be a lot of similar records in this division. It's going to come down to those either division games or eking it out, potentially NFC standings. I think it's going to be that close this year because this whole division tried to scale up, tried to make it to where they could be contenders. And with the worst team being at 10 wins, I think, we'll see what happens. So I've got Seahawks, Niners, Rams, Cardinals.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess you really only transfused the top 2.
Really?
I had Rams Cardinals at the bottom, same as you do.
Right.
But I had San Francisco above Seattle, but you have them with the same record.
Yep.
You just give Seattle the tiebreaker.
Yep.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, we can debate the rest of this another day. Y'all jump under the comments. Let us know what you think. I know y'all feel like y'all know more, so give us your take.